So I think the greatest challenges that we see are, number one, the shortening of time that new ACOs have before they have to take on risk. So currently in the program, new ACOs have 6 years before they're required to take on risk. Even at the end of 6 years, a lot of ACOs find that challenging. This proposal would shorten that time frame down to 2 years. And when we say 2 years, it's also important to note that that really only means ACOs have 1 year of performance results. So essentially, it's almost like they're flying blind to make this big leap. They only have a little bit of data and performance to go on before they'd move into a risk-based model. Another really significant challenge we see in the regulation is the proposal to cut in half the shared savings rates for ACOs. So right now, if ACOs meet the requirements and they're eligible to share in savings with the government, they get to keep 50% of that savings. Under the proposal, they would only get to keep 25% of the savings. And when we're looking at the investments ACOs are making up front, which are not counted in the calculations of risk from CMS, they're looking at a return on investment that's now being cut in half. And that's just really a non-starter for a lot of ACOs. They just don't think that it's a viable business model with shared savings rates that low. A couple other challenges that we see in the regulation, there's a proposal to introduce a distinction among ACOs, kind of along hospital versus physician-led lines. And we have some concerns about that proposal and would like to see ACOs being treated kind of fairly across the board. Finally, I would say there is a proposal that would potentially terminate ACOs from their program if their spending is a little higher than projected. And this is under the guise of program integrity, but we really don't think that this is a program integrity proposal. It really is just looking at spending being slightly different than the benchmark. So that's something we're very concerned about and will be opposing.